Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Alex Avila and Love University. We're back. I'm an author, psychologist, and speaker. Every week, we talk about how to love ourselves, others, and a higher nature, how to improve our finances, career, health, relationships, and spirituality. And today, we're talking about a very important topic that I think will affect a lot of people. It is called the art of waiting for the good, otherwise known as patience. Love University listeners, do you feel as if time is always running out? Do you feel rushed? That is the world that we live in. Impatient, time-chasing, frustrating. Yet there is a great power that can completely change the way you live on a daily basis. It is called patience. With patience, you can accomplish more in less time while being relaxed, at peace, and content. Patience is a marvelous tool because when you're patient, you love yourself more, you take time for yourself and what you need. With patience, you also love others because you slow down and take the time to truly listen, help, and be present with them. Ultimately, patience is your best remedy for the constant hurry-up, rush mentality of the world. Patience is the balm and calm of life. Although you may recognize the value of being patient, it can seem hard for you to practice patience in the real world. The reason why being patient can be so difficult is that you have two parts to your mind: the mind of patience and the mind of impatience. The mind of impatience wants you to rush around. It urges you to cram more and more into your day. On a daily basis, you frantically try to beat the clock, yet you usually end up losing the battle of time. You feel stressed out, frustrated, and overwhelmed. The mind of patience, on the other hand, is the art of waiting for good things to happen to you. It is the ability to live in the moment, to delay gratification until later. It is a perfect complement to optimism, expecting good things to happen. With patience and optimism working together in your mind, you have no doubt that wonderful things are coming your way. All you have to do is wait for them. Unfortunately, patience seems to be in short supply in our modern collective world DNA. In fact, impatience seems to rule the day in today's instant technology world of 24 hours, 7 days a week, information, access, and on-demand services and products. Everyone wants responses and answers now, immediately, no waiting. We want instant love, instant money, instant food, instant entertainment, instant everything. Although our technology-driven society can provide great comfort, convenience, and options, the problem occurs when you start demanding instead of waiting. Of course, there are great benefits to being patient. With patience, you don't need to worry or be anxious all the time. Instead, you allow your life to slow down, relax, and unfold the way it will. You're confident that things will work out perfectly fine in the long run. You also have better decision-making and are better prepared when you're patient. Instead of rushing into a situation carelessly and making errors, you research things thoroughly. You plan your best strategy. You also have great empathy and compassion for others because you take the time to listen to them. You fully appreciate the process of growth and maturation in yourself and others. Jonathan, my producer, I know that sometimes you run around a lot. You got a lot of things going on. How do you handle patience?
I feel like I became very patient when I was in my teenage years, like high school.
Oh,
like
you're no longer in teenage years? You look so young.
Yeah, I look super young.
Okay.
But I would have to wait for classes. I would do wrestling tournaments, and those were all day. So, there was smartphones weren't really a thing back then. So, like, I would just be, like, staring off in the distance, just thinking about school or girls or whatever, or, homework. Because, I was in high school. So I was thinking about high school stuff.
I see what you're saying. Well, now that you're an adult, though, and I guess a millennial, they call you, a lot of people have this impulse to rush, right? You have technology, you're running around a lot. So let's talk a little bit about how you can build your patience muscles, how you can grow them. In fact, it's a good idea to think of patience like a muscle that you can develop just like when you exercise or work out. When you go to the gym for the first time, you will likely have sore muscles after you work out. As you exercise more frequently, you will gradually build your strength and your muscles won't hurt so much. It works the same way with patience. When you begin to take things slow and easy, you will master the ability to wait. You will become patient for good results to come into your life. So let's talk about some of those ways to build your muscles in patience. Number one, hang around with patient people. Patient people are your best friends in your battle with impatience. Spend time with patient people who can help you develop your patience. For example, wise elderly individuals and those who want to help others. On the other hand, if you associate with time-pressured, impatient, and frenzied people, they will draw you away from your relaxed nature. They will tempt you to join them in their crazed imaginary battle against time. In reality, you're not fighting time. You're fighting your own worried perception of what time is and what it can do to you, overwhelm you, and defeat you. Although you're now an adult, you can recapture the carefree and leisurely attitude of those people who are patient. Start by surrounding yourself with people who have the joyful and spontaneous mindset of children at play. They're happy to be in the moment without worrying about what will happen to them. With other patient people as your allies, you can relax in the knowledge that everything will work out in the way it's supposed to. You don't need to rush, strain, or chase. Instead of worrying constantly about the clock and its constantly ticking hands, you can be confident in the knowledge that you will accomplish everything you need to do each day. Another important point is to let go until you feel underwhelmed. There are times when you may feel overwhelmed in life. You worry that you have too much to do and too little time to do it in. When you feel overwhelmed like this, try an experiment. Go the opposite way. Decrease your activities until you feel underwhelmed, until there is nothing particularly pressing or time-sensitive for you to do. Take an hour, several hours, or even a day to do absolutely nothing, not even TV watching, reading, or being on your computer or tablet. Let go of things you think you have to do. Cancel or postpone certain activities like sending emails, doing paperwork, and household chores until you feel bored and restless. Be aware of what the state of mind being underwhelmed feels like. Notice how you torment yourself with the idea that you're wasting time and are not accomplishing anything. Your mind screams at you, get up and do something, you lazy putz. You're wasting your life away. In reality, you're not wasting time. You're actually conserving your energy for the truly important things, such as doing creative tasks, spending time with loved ones, and taking care of your physical and emotional health. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, rushed, and stressed, you're developing a mindset of peace, comfort, and relaxation that will bring you the happiness and success you desire. Number 3, use imagination to increase your patience. Your imagination can be one of your greatest tools for raising your patience level. It is the golden pathway to your new patient mindset. In a UC Berkeley School of Business study, researchers found that imagining an outcome can help increase patience without relying on increased willpower. For example, if you're single and want to find love, you can use this approach to imagine what it would be like to have a great love relationship. You clearly picture what your soulmate will look like, how they act, walk, and talk, and how you feel when you're with them. When you do this exercise regularly, you will have more motivation and patience to wait for the right person to enter your life. Instead of jumping into an incompatible relationship to reduce your loneliness, you will patiently wait for the right person to enter your life. By imagining what your ideal person and relationship will be like in detail, you give yourself a taste of the compatible love that fills your life with joy and happiness. Another important tip is to remember why you're here on earth, your greater purpose. It's important to recognize that you're not just here to make money, have fun, or enjoy some pleasant experiences. You are here to love and be loved, and to contribute your special talents and gifts to make this planet a better place. When you think this way, you will notice how many of the trivial and mundane matters in your day don't have any long-term significance. You can eliminate or postpone many things by focusing your patience on the truly important people and activities in your life. This includes your loved ones, your special God or nature-given talent, and loving and helping others. When minor annoyances and inconveniences creep into your day, you will have the patience to realize that they are not all that important and shouldn't trouble you. You are here for a greater purpose, to leave behind a legacy of goodness and light. Also, you can decide to try this technique. Choose the longer line. One excellent way to develop patience and master the urge to rush is to intentionally put yourself in situations where you have to wait. When you're at the grocery store, for example, choose a longer line so you can develop the mindset of patience. As you move to a long line, part of your mind will scream at you to leave quickly. What are you doing? There's so much to do. Instead of giving into this rush mentality, however, focus on developing the patient side of your mind. As you look outwardly into the environment, you will see how some people are trying to rush through life and are nervous that there is not enough time. They feel pressured, nervous, and stressed out. When you see these people, you can resolve to be the opposite of them, patient, relaxed, and in control. As you wait patiently in line, you can also put your time to good use. You can observe your body and breathing. See how your muscles tense up at the thought of waiting. While waiting, you may also think of some creative ideas, or you may engage in conversation with other people in line and learn something interesting or make a new acquaintance. Now you realize that there is nothing lost by waiting and being patient. There is always some good that can come from a mindset of relaxation and calm. Now here's a paradoxical idea Be patient with your patients. When you first start developing the mind of patience, you need to remember one important thing. Be patient with your patients. Realize that it may take some time for you to drop your old impatience habit and replace it with a new patient mindset. Don't be discouraged if you find yourself falling back into your impatient ways at times. Checking your phone when you're waiting for someone, doing busy work to keep your mind occupied, having the TV on when you're bored. Like any habit, it may take some time for you to change your pattern. But once you do so, you can expect rapid-fire results. Ironically, the more patient you are in developing your new, calm and steady mind, the stronger your patience will become. When you're patient and kind with yourself, you will have great results. Instead of chastising yourself for your impatience, you will praise yourself for the progress you are making in becoming more patient. As you see the excellent rewards from your patience, you will be even more motivated to wait for the good things to come into your life. They will come as long as you have patience. And the final step of being patient is to harmonize with the world. When you're in harmony with the world, you no longer are impatient. You don't have to struggle. Your actions cease to be like action. They become what psychologist Mihaly calls flow. Flow is that marvelous state of mind when you're immersed in an activity that you love. Whether it's running, hiking, arts and crafts, being with loved ones in nature. In this state, you forget your self-consciousness and worries, and you experience great enjoyment and satisfaction. When you're in flow, you happily live in the glorious moment, doing what you love to do, without thinking about anything else. You're completely immersed in the activity you're doing, and everything else fades, including worries, doubts, fears, and regrets. The only thing you experience is pure joy and serenity. You shine because you don't want to impress. You achieve great things because you are patient and ready for greatness to anoint you. When you are patient, your wisdom is not contained in acquired opinions or accumulated achievements. The rapturous state of flow. You can enjoy the quiet ecstasy of living in the moment. You no longer have to force anything to happen or to try to convince other people to like you. Instead, you become a person who stands out because you see yourself as a beloved creation of the higher nature. It is encapsulated in you as an authentic creation of the higher nature, whether you call it God, spirit, or nature. When you live with patience, this higher nature will bring you everything you truly need. There's no need to chase, rush, or fight. Everything will be as it needs to be. As the great wisdom of the Tao counsels, you will be in unity, the way to heaven. So, Love University students, go out this week and tell yourself that you're going to live today with patience. You're going to maybe choose the longer line in a store just to master the art of patience. You will be around people who are patient so you can learn from them. And you realize that you have a greater purpose in life, a meaning, whether it's to love and be loved, to create something positive that will last beyond your time on earth. And when you do that, you see that the little things in life, minor inconveniences, annoyances, and delays don't really bother you that much because you know there's something higher and better for you to work towards. And patience now becomes your sword to deal with the problems of life and your shield to protect yourself from people and situations that seem that they want you to rush, but you don't have to rush. You can take your time. And when you take your time, paradoxically, you actually are faster because you don't have to go back and correct the mistakes you made by rushing. You are able to do things right the first time and also enjoy yourself along the way, having peace and serenity. So, Love University students, if you have a question for us, you want to be on the show, have a show idea, you can contact us at loveuniversitylove@gmail.com. Visit us at loveuniversity.love. Call us at 310-226-8090. You can also like us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Love University Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at Love Letter U Podcast. You can download the show on Podbean, Spotify, SoundCloud, and iTunes. So, Love University students, go out this week, walk with patience, talk with patience, live, love with patience, and have a powerful week in which you love yourself, others, and a higher nature. This is Dr. Alex Avila, Love University. Put away your notebook, your iPads, your phones, and class is now dismissed.